I can assure you that nobody whispers better to the tone-deaf, elitist liberal class than Bill Maher.
The political party finds a real star president. The other side always says, well, we have to find our Bill Clinton, our Reagan, our Obama. Well, the Democrats need to find their Trump, not the authoritarian part, but the part where a politician bonds with everyday Americans because
you mean like Bernie, you stupid fuck?
And the good news for Democrats is they have that guy, and his name is John Fetterman.
Oh, he said that. Oh, my God. Please, please, Bill, please keep promoting that. Because wait until Fetterman switches over and is no longer a Democrat. Please keep pushing Fetterman. Because he's the type of guy that'll run as he could probably win as an independent by anybody else that would vote for Democrats. What do they care whether he's a Democrat or not?
I mean, he's already been extremely favorable to Trump since he's gotten back into office. So naturally, they would think that this is exactly what the American people need. But this is where, despite what you and Jamie may think of me, I am smart enough to recognize that this is all about protecting capital. Nothing more, nothing less. There is no one that will be promoted, especially as the empire is cratering. There is no promotion of social democratic policy. Not a chance. But as history has shown, it will always collapse. Always. We have this idea in our head that the red, white, and blue will ring true forever, that it can't possibly fall, that it will always find a way. But it's not going to find a way if we stay on this path. And if Bill Maher thinks that promoting John Fetterman is the answer, oh, Jen, you have no idea how much worse this can get. And it does.
After the election, instead of curling up in a ball, Fetterman went to Mar-a-Lago, where Trump assumed he was one of the guys from January 6th. And afterwards, Trump said he's not liberal or conservative. He's just a common sense person, which is beautiful. And that's the kind of gay adjacent respect Trump usually reserves for Putin.
Did they still
not even funny anymore?
It's not, and not only that, but do they not understand that this continues to push people away from their party?
They don't care. They don't see it. They're not, because the truth is they don't have a party anymore. They're just, again, those of us who remember New Coke, there was no point. We didn't need it. We liked Coke, right? So the Democrats are basically New Coke to Republicans. There's no point to them. They don't do anything. They don't serve any other group. So what would be the point of them?
I like what Harashnu has to say. That's a very telling and accurate.
Oh, he's a wanker. And I don't vape. Jen only smokes, only flower.
The real thing.
Yeah.
Just the fact that Rahm Emanuel is one of his panelists tells you how little he and anyone else thinks of working people. And talk about an absolute bigot of the highest order. I mean, the thing
again, you know that his dad was a member of the Irgun. The Irgun was like the most special ops violent unit of the IDF back during the Nakba that did the most violent, vile things. His dad was in that. Just saying.
Trump and Fetterman actually have a lot in common. They're both plain-spoken anti-elitists who come from money, married exotic immigrant ladies, went to Ivy League schools, and aren't afraid to take on their own party. Look, here's the thing. Voters aren't really savvy about the issues, but they do have made it clear what is important to them. Authenticity, balls, and charisma. Trump has that package, and so does Fetterman. He's only been a senator 2 years, and he's already more famous than most of his colleagues. Quick, I dare you to name this sad-looking lady from Washington State who's been in the Senate for 30 years.
I'll tell you who Patty is, if any of you care.
I don't particularly care who she is. She looks about as boring as possible. So no, I'm not interested.
Well,
He
no.
makes a good point, but he then thinks that he's so stupid because he thinks that awareness translates to votes when in fact that's not how that works anymore.
Well, here's the problem. You see, Patty is the senior member of the US Senate from the state of Washington. And when Bernie Sanders defeated Hillary Clinton by almost enough votes to have won every single delegate in the state of Washington, Patty still gave her super delegate vote
To Hillary.
to Hillary Clinton.
Of course she did.
So she can get fucked too, just like the rest of them.
Well, he's just pulling her
You
up as a
can't
rando.
teach charisma or balls. Fetterman is that rare Democrat who's not afraid to put the woke nonsense peddlers in his own party in their place, saying things like wanting a secure border and realizing that it was out of control. That doesn't mean you're a xenophobe or a racist. He's been unequivocally pro-Israel, as are most Americans. And when
Are they?
No,
Are
they're
they?
not. No, they're not, Bill.
Are they, Bill? Talk about a fucking echo chamber.
Tone deaf, man. We should bring.
pro-Palestinian protesters showed up at his home, he went up on the roof and waved an Israeli flag.
That doesn't get him votes.
Did somebody throw up you have to imagine that somebody had to throw up the applause sign the second he made that statement. Woo! Woo! Really?
I mean, well, I think it's, yeah, I agree. I'm actually thinking that stupid stuff might be onto something at this point. Because
Fetterman says the 4 words that strike fear in the heart of every Republican who wants to hang on to power. I am not woke. That's why Trump won. Not because Americans were clamoring for tariffs on margarita mix.
God, you fucking moron. He's such a moron.
That's the reason he won?
Well, that's what the Democratic, that's what the liberals are all saying. It's the woke shit is why Trump won. No, it isn't.
How about the hundreds of thousands, if not bordering on millions of Muslim voters that refused to vote for Kamala Harris in Michigan, in Georgia, and Pennsylvania?
Exactly.
The only 3 states Trump needed to win the election, and he won them all. And then he decided to grab another 4 swing states just to rub it in their fucking face.
But sure, let's bring back somebody just like that again to run in 28.
Oh, and you know that they will, but it's
Well,
not.
who are they looking at? Whitmer, Shapiro.
Oh no,
Newsom?
wait, it's not over yet. There's a little bit more.
Okay.
Going where the American people are on crime and immigration, gosh, it's so crazy it just might work. See, that's how you get these things called votes. Trump has the whole malignant narcissism thing that makes it difficult for him to distinguish between reality and whoever's kissing his ass. And Fetterman has had a stroke and been hospitalized for depression and needs a special speak and say device to communicate. He's legally a disabled person, which is actually great news for the Democratic ticket because, okay, look, I don't just have the top of the next Democratic
because they're running a
ticket.
hospice.
I'm also going to throw in the best bottom the Democrats have, Pete Buttigieg.
Did he, wait. Did he just call him the best bottom?
You bet your ass he did.
Wow.
It's pretty.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, what bothers me so much about that is not that because I'm overwoke, but because there are a million and one things to dislike and criticize about Pete Buttigieg.
Being gay is not one of them.
Not right. Like, in fact, that's the only thing that on paper to me would make him look potentially okay. You know, but everything else, like but the fact that he said that, I actually think that, and I have no shit to give about Pete Buttigieg. That's rude. That was just real, like, and stupidly so.
But that's Bill Maher.
Whatever.
Do we expect anything less?
It's you know what? It's low hanging fruit. It's It's lazy, Bill. It's lazy.
Remember Mayor Pete? He used to be everyone's favorite boy genius from Indiana. Well, he's all grown up now. And he, too, seems to be trying to send a message that he wants to join the reality wing of the Democratic Party. A month ago, he stopped posting his pronouns.
Because he knows that that shit isn't going to fly, but that's not what his problem is going to be in Michigan. He's going to have a lot of problems in Michigan. This is the same guy that was essentially okay with toddlers and babies not getting formula because, well, we live in a capitalist society. And so there's just that. And he was okay with that. That kind of mentality isn't going to sell well in places like Flint and Kalamazoo. Just saying.
Not at all.
Like, I cannot say, let him go into those types of areas where it's people that are environmentally like have been tossed aside. Let him go into those places and see how he's received.
Well, the way he's going to be received is not going to be positive because, as you and I have been talking about at length, and I truly believe this, I think that the Democratic Party brand, that probably more than anything else is what's dead.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's when I say, and I've clarified this, when I say we won't see another Democratic president, I do mean this incarnation of the DNC, this corporate captured Hillary Clinton run, Manchurian candidates like Buttigieg, Kamala Harris, all of that. Those people, that party will never win another presidency.